It's been a while since I've posted a video. I think it was January actually, where I left off here. So I'm going to take you back to January and February and just kind of show you our little trip to New Orleans and then Florida. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica Miller. I live just outside of Nashville, Tennessee with my husband of 16 years, Gary, and our border collie, Percy. Here on this channel, I'll take you into our home and into my simple yet fun-filled life. You can find me here at the house or yard bringing motivation to the mundane, or out and about vlogging whatever happens to be going on in my life at the time. If you're into that sort of thing, I'd be so grateful if you'd consider subscribing below, and we can do this together. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. So it's our 5th day of snow. Most businesses have been closed. Amazon, trash pickup, no mail. This is Nashville for you. If you get snow for the whole week, kids are off school. Yeah, so we're just packing up today to go to the Power Gen New Orleans show, and I really just can't wait to get out of here, so I'm super excited. All right, so it's 17 degrees. I'm packing up the truck. I just took all the stools for the trade show out of the boxes because the boxes take up so much space in the back of the truck. And I'm just trying to rearrange some of that stuff. So those are all the stools that I took out of the boxes and sort of consolidated it. And then so I'm packing up back here. And then I've got more stools. I mean, the stools just, it's crazy. I always like to pack the car or truck whenever Gary and I go on trips. It's just what I like to do. I don't know. I like to try to use every little tiny crevice of space that I can. So what I did was these chairs were, they're stools rather, were pretty big and they had backs on them. And they weren't put together yet, but they were taking up a lot of space in the boxes. So I took them out of the boxes and put them in trash bags. And it works, you know. It was 17 degrees. We had one more night to pack up all our stuff, get it fitting perfectly in the truck. So, you know what? I did what I had to do. I got it done, and everything fit nicely. Much better than before when it was in boxes. So this is the room here in New Orleans. I think that's how you say it. And this is this and the bed. And then we've got a bathtub. Pretty simple. So this is what it looks like. We're right here. 2200. Got this going on so far. This is just the start of it. And we just unloaded the last truckload. So tomorrow will be all about getting all this together and figuring out what to do. So we've been here in New Orleans since Sunday. We set everything up at the convention center. A few of the guys from Ohio came, and from the Skyworks locations there, and then we all just worked together and set up, got everything ready today, and tomorrow will be day 1 of the Power Gen show. Luckily we tossed in this little blue wagon, and if it weren't for that, I don't know how we would have loaded all this stuff in, because the parking lot seemed to be like a mile away from the booths, so it was in and out of the parking lot 100 times it seemed. Things were coming together very nicely. We had plenty of signage for Skyworks, so if you were at this convention, you definitely knew who Skyworks was. So I'll show you in the end of this video how it all turned out. Before we could blink, we were loading up the truck to leave, and I have to be honest, the best part of New Orleans to me was these oysters and the beautiful drive home through Mississippi and then Alabama. 1 week later, we drove to Orlando for the Skyworks managers meeting. Nice trim. Wow, look at this. So nice. Wow. Check it out. Nice and clean. All right, so I got everything kind of set up now, and here's kind of how I do it. So I had a cooler of some healthier kind of foods, and I'm just to start with, and I've got some strawberries left from the fridge, grapes, shredded carrots for salad, and then some peppers, some Monster drinks just to start with, some avocados that we had left from our fridge, and some carrots. And then so that's the little fridge. Coconut water, we got our little section here, we got purse, and then I brought this for hard-boiled eggs that you can grab at Publix or whatever for a healthy snack, and then my peanut butter powder, a little cutting board. Yeah, I bring all this, I know. Pretty extravagant. Bananas we had, and then I have my vitamins and supplements set up over there. And then we had a wagon. You have to have a wagon because the parking is so far away, and I've got these packing cubes and put everything in here this time around. So I just put my luggage over there, got all my notebooks. So I'll take these hangers like this and just take the hanger, and I'll show you what I do real quick. Hold on. I'll just clip the curtain closed so the light doesn't come in. So I didn't have to come along on this trip to Orlando because I'm not a manager, but Gary did need to be here, and I wasn't going to say no to Florida in February. So Gary also said we could probably hop in the car and check out Vero if the weather looked good at the end of this trip. So we were definitely going to do that, and I was just so grateful to be in Florida. So after the New Orleans trip, unpacking, packing up 7 days later to go to Orlando and drive here, it just seemed like since the new year, it was just go, 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 go. And so I just was really grateful to have a chance to get a good run in. So I took advantage of that here at the hotel.
Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
We are in Vero Beach, Florida. This is a place that Gary and I have so many great memories. Gary used to come here every year for Christmas during his whole childhood with his family when his dad was living, and they just have so many family memories here. It's just a great place that's so close to our hearts. So when we were having the Skyworks equipment rental managers meeting here in Orlando this week, we looked up how far it would be to drive to Vero, and it was just about an hour and a half. And we said, if we don't go back to Vero, it's just, that would be a shame because it's just a magical place for us. It's peaceful, and it's not a tourist part of Florida. It's more of a locals kind of place.
Hey
The Prestige Hotel where we're staying used to be called the Aquarius Motel, and this is where Gary and his whole family would come just about every year for Christmas since he was just a little boy, all the way up until about 2017 when his mom Gladys kept it a tradition to always take a trip to Vero Beach with whomever would join her, family, friends, loved ones. I mean, we have had so many great memories here since we got married in 2006. And we haven't been back since 2017, so it's definitely not the same without him on this trip, but I want to show you around real quick. We've never stayed upstairs, so this is our first time. This is our room. I just wanted to take a moment and tell you about this bed. This bed was like sleeping on a brick or a concrete floor. This hotel is absolutely beautiful. I mean, we're so close to the ocean. It's a magical place to stay. We've got these beautiful condos across the way to see. We've always stayed downstairs where the beds are a little bit more comfortable, but we thoroughly enjoyed one full day here. So I'm going to show you some of the sceneries and our favorite spot to eat called the Riverside Cafe. next morning, it just wasn't very warm. It was not really worth, staying. So we decided that we were going to head home this afternoon after we had lunch and took a little drive to see some of our favorite trees and favorite areas of Vero. If you know my husband, it's a weekday and the phone doesn't stop ringing. Customers need things, and it was just time for us to head home after being gone for a little while. So we took this Friday and decided to just call it a day, call it a trip, and be done. But it sure felt great to see Vero Beach again after all this time.